Hey everybody, welcome in. Let's see, we got Tony from Kettle Kitchen in here. Hey, we got chicken pot pie. Howdy. We are gonna just have a nice, relaxing Friday afternoon fellowship time for all the friends on Friday. Hey there, Julie. Hey, Julie, miss you. Hope everything's well with you. Yeah, it's going well over here. We've got a thunderstorm that has been raining on and off over here in the central highlands of Arizona. Is that music too loud for anybody? I can turn it off. I can at least turn it down. I don't know if you can hear it at all anymore. We'll leave that on for a little bit here. Hey, there's Lisa. Good afternoon, Lisa. Hope you're doing well. My Renaissance grandma is in the house as well. Howdy, everybody. Just having a Friday Friends Fellowship over here. Good. On holiday now. Nice. Glad to hear that you're on holiday or vacation. We call holiday vacation over here on this side of the pond, but yeah, I know exactly how that feels. It'd be good to be on holiday over here. Glad to hear it, Julie. You've been missed. Chicken pot pie. Send it north to Chico, California. Well, I'd love to send it over to Chico. And I don't know, maybe let me see here. Is the music too loud? Let me know. The strike is StreamYard music, Lisa, so I think it's good. I don't know. We'll turn that off. Hey, what's up, Double Dog? Good afternoon. I'm gonna get distracted by the music if I don't turn it off. Well, the thunderstorm is in here, and our dog Kata has run for cover. She's hiding in the bathroom. But yeah, I am busy doing some work and stuff, but I'm kind of taking a coffee break to spend it with y'all. And Danielle left me half of a chocolate muffin, so I'm gonna try to eat that. Oh, sorry, I'm not paying attention to the chat here. Big Tiny, howdy. Oh, you're doing security work tonight. All right, yeah, no worries. Well, thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate that. I was talking with Chuck and Jesse from Lazy Days Ahead. Just yesterday morning on our regular live stream scheduled time about just popping in. And I really appreciate it. I know some people are sad that can't stay, but I know how that goes. Slick Nick. There's Jesse. I'll have to come up with a fun name for you, Jesse. Saying howdy to Eddie. Generational Homestead. Hello. Welcome in. Yeah, I'm hoping that I find some. Yeah, coffee and muffin does sound good, huh? hoping that I can find some time to do some live streams at different times, like this in the afternoon. Fridays tend to be pretty light at my work, where I can actually take a pretty decent lunch and some breaks throughout my day. So it'd be nice to connect with people at different times, because I know some people can't come to our live streams at 6 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, or Pacific Daylight Time is what it is right now. But anyway, yeah, coffee and muffin sounds good to me too. I know. I'm looking forward to getting into it. I got the fan going. You see the fan? It is not too warm today. It's been under 70 degrees Fahrenheit most of the day, but it is a little bit humid. In fact, reminds me, if you type in weather in your town, sometimes you got to type in the state too, but type in weather in your town like I just did, there will be a Nightbot command to go grab the weather report for your town. Hey, there's Shane. Good afternoon, Shane. Hope you're doing well. There's Gwen. Howdy, Gwen. Hope you're doing well. I've been praying for rain over there in your part of Texas, but yeah, I thought we could just get some fellowship going on for Friday with our friends. So 70 degrees. So it has reached 70 degrees here in Prescott today, and it's 66% humidity. Now that might seem low to some of you, but we are used to 10 to 25% humidity is kind of our average zone of humidity. So it feels super sticky here to me, 66%. So got the fan. Fan is going. Hey, we got Pathways in here. Hello, Gary and Cindy. Hope you guys are doing well. I would need a hoodie. I know, it's so nice that it's cooler. Now, it was up in the 80s, 90s, 100s for a little while there in the end of June and beginning of July, but now we should be into our rainy season. You bet, Gwen. My pleasure. All right, everybody's seeing what the weather report is for their area. I got the Mod Father is dropping channel links. Thank you, Jesse. Appreciate that, my friend. I was gonna look up chicken pot pie in Chico, California. Their latitude is, yeah, they are a lot farther up the globe. Yeah, you know what? They're even north of. Anybody know how far north Chico is? It's almost even with Reno, Nevada, if that helps at all. So it's almost even with the northern Kansas border, southern Nebraska border. It's a little bit north of Kansas City. It's almost about the same latitude as Denver, about the same latitude as Indianapolis, Columbus, and it's north of Washington, D.C., Chico, California. It's north of Sacramento, south of the Oregon border, almost in between the two, almost in between Sacramento and the Oregon border. My sister went to Chico State, so I have visited there quite a few times. Whoa, 74% humidity. Gwen, no thanks. I love it over here. 66% humidity is too high for me. Oh, Andrew and Alicia. Yeah, the pines. It's nice in the pines. I'll tell you what, during the monsoon, it's just amazing in the pines. I love it. Love it here. We got rocks, got pines, we got cacti. Get some little bit of rain. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Gary and Cindy. Harvesting a calf that broke its leg. That's too bad, but I'm glad that it's not getting wasted. I'm glad that you're able to take care of that and still harvest it. Hey, we got Corp's Homestead in the house. Howdy, Corp's Homestead. Glad that you made it in. I don't know if I've seen your name before. I probably have, but I'm forgetful. So forgive me for that. But yeah, love to I love to know where anybody has found out about our channel. If it's because we were on a live stream and we were connecting with you over there, or if you just happened upon one of our videos. A lot of people that watch our videos are not subscribed, believe it or not. A lot of people come and find our videos based on search terms, and that's something I'm trying to get better at, is figuring out how to develop search terms to help people find videos that they're looking for. Yeah, indie. Yep. So it looks like to me. I make maps for a living. So when I make maps for a living, I often immediately think of how far north is Chico. And for some reason, it didn't seem like it was that far north, but I know better. I went to Humboldt State, so it was pretty close to the same latitude as Arcata, Eureka, maybe a little bit farther south, I guess. But hey, we got Heidi in here. Howdy, Heidi. Glad that you made it in. Heidi from Washington State. Yeah. Neighbors called, had calf breaker leg. All right. Yeah, that sounds like some work. Sounds like some work before you get to the weekend. Grew up in West Texas, didn't have a clue what humidity was till we moved here. Yeah, well, West Texas is the West. There was a video I watched just recently on YouTube. I forget whose channel, what the channel is called, but it's about geography. I think it's called Geography King. Anyway, it was cool. I should go and find that video for y'all, because it talked about the video talked about sorry, doing two things at once is not my forte. It talked about the South, the Northeast.
Howdy, thanks for visiting my
channel trailer that popped up. There it is. Regional terms in the U.S. defined. So what's the West? What's the South? What's the Midwest? What's the Northeast? And yeah, anyway, the Southwest. That's what drew me in, because I wondered, where does the Southwest start and end in some people's views? And so I thought it was an interesting video. I didn't agree with all of it. And he does talk about how the different regions have been defined by different people. But let's see. I use my other keyboard if I'm going to make this work. Let's see. Geography regions. All right. I'm bribed to come to one of my lives, and Chuck still hasn't paid up. Yep. Thanks for accepting my bribe, Jesse. I appreciate that. Got coffee in my tumbler so that it doesn't go cold. I don't like cold coffee. But I got a chocolate muffin. Eating on a live stream is not recommended, just by the way. But I tend to not follow the rules sometimes. Neighbor has a walk-in cooler. Oh, good. Yep, salvaged beef. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that you guys are doing that. Beef's going to be in short supply, I'll tell you, folks. Get ready. People can't grow the fodder for them. Rebecca, howdy. You're on 2 lives right now. All right. Well, thanks for making it into mine. Appreciate that. Yeah. All right. Shogun 9 Hour. Yeah, I remember that channel. All right, that makes sense. I think that's how you say it, right? Shogun 9 Hour. Chicken pot pie is easier for me to remember. Yeah, Humboldt State University is a nice area, but there's some pretty sketchy stuff that went on while I was there. So I'm glad I don't live there anymore. I tried to find work there. There's not a whole lot of work, so I moved. But Jesse's putting up the channel link for Geography King. All right, people are saying hello to one another. That's awesome. There you go. I put up the geography regions to find. I messed that up. That's a bummer. I hit shift and return to try to get on another line, but it didn't work. Should have just put space in there. Anyway, yeah, geography and geology, maps and rocks. Yep, that's exactly what that guy was saying, Gwen. The different regions of Texas are defined differently by different people, and I would define them differently too. West Texas. I don't know. Some it's hard for some people to put it into a category at all, but I'd consider it part of the Southwest, to be honest. And I think Geography King did too. At least he talked about part of it, because like Tex-Mex, the Mexican influence, the dryness, all that, I'd say it's part of the Southwest. But other people said West, and I don't know. People even like to talk about it being part of, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to figure out like where would you cut it off, right? It's east of the Rockies, but what do you think? It's not the Midwest, right? I mean, it's kind of too far south for the Midwest. Anyway, Dallas, Houston. I don't know. I'd say that they're part of the South, maybe, but other people would say no. And then, I mean, Texas is its own country, right? I gotta throw that out there. And then, I mean, Austin is like a country inside of a country. I'll just leave that at that. Howdy, Aoki Homestead. Thanks for making it in. You got 2 of our live streams in a row. Good job. Yes, hit the thumbs up, everybody. That really helps out. I forget to mention that in my videos that aren't live, and I really should. I should just say, hey, hit the thumbs up right away, because I always forget to hit the thumbs up. So I appreciate that reminder. Y'all, my daughter who barrel races was given eye gallop today. Chair that mimics riding. Wow. They've got bikes that emulate riding too, like uphills and downhills. They're like bicycles. And you got a screen and you're riding along and you go faster or slower. It's kind of crazy. It sounds like that eye gallop is a similar thing. Well, yeah, Gwen. You're right. Right now the beef supply is flooded, but there's not going to be all that much beef in the future. The near future, after that beef supply, I can only imagine that the beef prices are going to go down because it's flooded right now. Everybody's just getting rid of their stock, right? Because they don't have any feed. So, all right, I'm looking through all the comments. The book club's in the house. Welcome, my fellow Arizonan. Like Money Corp, I haven't seen you before. Glad that you made it in. How did you learn about our channel? Yeah, we got some rain. I was talking about it earlier, Perfect Book Club. We got a good thunderstorm 3 days in a row now, I think. I think we missed one, and then we had some other days. We've gotten the majority of our rain this year in 1 week. This week so far, it's been great. It's been long overdue, really. But it's great that we're finally getting it. Copycat, welcome in. Glad you're here. Yeah, hit thumbs up on the way in. I love it. I love it. I think that is a great practice. Oh man, let's not start talking about Mexican food. I need to ride my bicycle more often because I eat so much Mexican food. You know what though? It's funny when we go to a Mexican food restaurant now. I've noticed, I wouldn't even say a majority of them, but a few of them when we go there, and I'm not talking about just the drive-through, right? I'm talking about the ones where they serve you chips and salsa and you wait it on and all that stuff. We call it a sit-down Mexican food. And all the rest are just regular Mexican food. But sit-down Mexican food, we've got two boys that are 13 and 15, and my 13-year-old looks like he's probably about to turn 15, and they're getting tall and lanky. And I think that the managers or the owners see our boys walking in the door and they say, "Hey, you cook their food first, bring it out because those boys are just going to plow through as many basketfuls of chips and as many cups of salsa as possible. Let's get them their food because they're going to end up taking it home. Those boys are stuffing themselves full of chips." And anyway, I could be wrong, but I think that that's what they think because we've gotten our food immediately sometimes when it's the four of us. But then Danielle and I go out to the restaurant, just the two of us, and it's like normal times, like it's always been, right? Like we get our food after everybody else who ordered before us gets their food. So I don't know. Just saying that would be a pretty smart thing to do because yeah, those teenagers will just plow through the freebies ahead of time. They did that with our. We went to Red Robin where they serve hamburgers, and they give you unlimited basket of fries. So they bring out these small baskets now. I don't know if you guys went before, but they bring out these small little baskets of fries where there's like, I don't know, maybe 10 fries in there. It's real small. And it says on it, unlimited basket of fries, right? But I'm pretty sure that they don't want everybody just eating fries, filling up, and then getting a to-go box, taking their meal with them because they're full on fries. So anyway, I think that's why they made them smaller. But again, we went there and man, we got our food real fast because we had the boys with us. I think that's what's going on. Oh, Julie, I just put up a video yesterday, the day before. I think it was on Wednesday about our. It was a July 2022 garden tour. So go check that out if you haven't already. Jesse, if you're still in here, if you put a link up to that, that'd be great. But or any other mod, if you guys want to put that link up there. It's kind of a long video. It's half an hour long, and I'm doing my thing, rambling around, touring you around the garden, talking about all of our pests and things. But it's going good, Julie. It's great. Danielle's got some real tall corn growing, and I don't know, we've had some squash bugs and stuff. She grew this gigantic pumpkin. I'm giving the spoiler away now. She grew this gigantic pumpkin, and she actually harvested it yesterday, the day before, and it could win the county fair. I think it's a beautiful, large pumpkin, biggest one she's ever grown. So. Ranchers that have been through a drought like this and learned the lesson don't stock more cattle on the land than can support these conditions. Yeah, that would be pretty wise, that's for sure. We got Raquel in here. Howdy, Raquel. I'm trying to catch up, folks. Trying to catch up. People are talking to one another. I don't know about that, Gwen. I don't know. Cilantro. So my sister says cilantro tastes like soap, and I think it's a genetic thing when cilantro tastes like soap to you. Because I've talked to a lot of people about it, and some people absolutely hate cilantro. Think that it just tastes like you're putting soap on your tacos or burritos or whatever salsa. But there was no cilantro. So Gwen says there was no cilantro in anything real authentic Mexican food. Now it's hard to find a place that doesn't kill everything with it. I'll have to look that up because when I lived in San Diego, they had cilantro all over the place. Now, granted, most of the time it was more of like a garnish, like we'd use parsley on. You guys ever seen parsley recently on dishes as a garnish? Remember when, I don't know, you go to like any diner and you get a piece of parsley or an orange slice on your plate? Does anyone do that anymore, or is it just too frivolous? They don't spend the money on that stuff anymore. I don't know. I haven't seen parsley or oranges on stuff in a long time. Maybe I'm dating myself. Yeah, cilantro's great. I love cilantro. My sister, we're like polar opposites with cilantro. Small basket of fries, then they avoid your table so you can't get more. Dude, Prepper Book Club knows exactly the experience we've had at Red Robin. Yeah. Yep. There we go. Gwen, maybe you're my sister. Did my sister move to Texas? She's not. She's in Southern California, but yeah, she always says that she won't eat anything with cilantro on it. All right, Shannon, way into adventures. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, it has been a while. Thank you. I appreciate that. The channel's been growing pretty well. And thank all of you for telling people about it, sharing us out on your community tabs. I know a lot of people have shared us out, so I really do appreciate it. Yeah, well, you know, it's really Danielle. I can't take too well. I do the composting stuff. My chocolate muffin is being neglected. Hang on. Happy Friday, everybody. Yeah, I help, but Danielle, she's the one that's out there all the time. That's her. That's the proof of how great she is at gardening. Thank you, Jesse. I see that you put that up. All right, I'm gonna. Oh man, there's some good comments in here. I might come back up. Oh, and Dale's here. Hey, and Dale. Yeah, well, that would be when I started actually buying Mexican food when my memory started. So, yeah, Gwen, you're probably right. I'll just have to trust you about the history of Mexican food. Yes, parsley and a crab apple ring thing or orange slice. I think they stopped garnishing because it's just waste. Yeah, you know what? It's compost. I'll take all that and compost it. In fact, I composted another rat today. You know, everybody, leave me a comment of whether or not I should be composting rats and king snakes or not. There's differing opinions. What's up, Chuck? Hope you're doing well, my friend. I put up the StreamYard link if you'd like to come up. If not, that's no problem at all. I love having Chuck on here with me. Compost it all. There we go. Prepper Book Club knows the way to my heart. Yeah, compost everything. Everything that was living at one time. That is what I say. Just compost it all. It's all good stuff. You're probably right, Jesse. Everybody's in here to see you. I know they are. Hey, Sheena. I was on your live stream for just a little bit today. Just popped in, and then I had something I had to get to. Live with Chuck. Yeah, I love Chuck. Chuck is a great friend. Fish tacos. I missed the fish taco comment. Yes, it is organic matter. And Dale. Howdy. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Good. I'm in the kitchen again,
Are you
and
making
I
something with
thought,
jalapenos again?
no, but gosh, they were so good. I've got them over here. I mean, they look so good. I don't know if they
Yeah.
are, but they really look good. Made bread and butter pickles today.
Nice.
So we made some bread and butter pickles. Y'all, I can't get enough cucumbers in the jar, and I can't see the chat, but I can't get enough cucumbers in the jar to fill them up. I hear they have those pickle packers or something like
Yeah.
that, but I
Yep.
haven't. I don't have one of those.
Yeah, we
But
don't have one of those either. And I'd like to make some pickles. I haven't made pickles before, actually. I've made pickled jalapenos and carrots, but yeah,
yeah, me either.
how long are you
Me,
gonna wait before you crack them open?
well, it says Mrs. Wagers is so easy, Nick. It's so easy. And you don't have to do, I mean, I made some refrigerator pickles last year, but they were not good. They got mushy in no time at all. And so I bought, because I kept hearing about this Mrs. Wages woman. So I bought some of her things. She tells you step by step, and you don't have to have anything but her seasoning and the actual food. You know, it's
Okay.
wonderful.
Yeah.
But I did want to share a little something. I don't know if I can make my phone work, but I'm cooking. Oops, don't y'all go anywhere. I'm cooking some spaghetti sauce, and I'm using those mushrooms from the mushroom thing that I grew. I grew those. They're called oyster
Oh yeah.
mushrooms.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, they're the best mushrooms I have ever tasted. Oh, they're so good. So I just thought I'd
Nice.
show that.
That's great. So
You know,
have you had any more problems with the deer swimming across and coming and eating your garden?
I have not. Thank goodness. I mean,
Oh,
am I the only one up there, or is that just me? There you go. Okay,
sorry.
good.
I was
That's
just
okay.
wanted to make sure everybody could see your sauce there.
Thank you. Thank you. And so I'm assuming that between the Irish Spring soap and my husband going in the shed and getting a little container of marking fluid,
Yep.
then that has kept him away. And we haven't had any more. We're just starting to get hornworms now. So, oh,
Oh yeah.
there he is.
Hey, how you
Howdy.
doing?
Doing good. How about you?
He
You
says,
catch any
doing
fish
good. How
lately?
about you?
Doing great.
He said, did you catch any fish lately?
A couple today.
Yeah, he went.
Still,
Nice.
still working on that part.
He says,
All right.
nice. This is Nick from Arizona.
Hey, Nick from Arizona.
Howdy.
Howdy. I got my earbobs in, so he can't hear
Oh
either.
yeah.
But I thought I would just come in and come up for a second just to say hello.
Well, that was
Let you
great.
know. I'm so glad that you're back. I missed my Thursday mornings, I can tell you.
Yeah, thanks, Ann. I know I got that comment from Chuck and from Jesse when they were up on the live yesterday morning with me, and I really appreciate that. But I also want to make the point that if there's things that come up, don't feel like you need to have all this anxiety and pressure about having your live at the same time. I know that
Right.
you went and visited family and
I did. Absolutely, I did.
yeah, and there's others that showed me that I could do that, and I wanted to make sure
Yeah,
I'm showing others, hey, take some time off if you need to. There's other things that should probably be bigger priorities at different seasons in life, and
absolutely.
but
Absolutely.
it is nice to hear that the live streams from AZ Highland Homestead were missed. So thank you.
Well, I tell you what, I messaged Jesse last night or yesterday, just checking on him to make sure that he was okay, because I was in a whole bunch of lives, not up on panel or anything, but I was in the chat and I didn't see the mod father in there. And I thought, oh my, I want to make sure they're still healthy, wealthy, and wise. And yeah, hi. And he said, yes, he will be sure to tell Lisa that she cramped his style because he had some errands running, but they were fine. So that was good. Hey, Danny Days.
Yeah, I thought Jesse would have been in a few of the lives that I was chatting with people in, and I didn't see him there either. So yeah, but he's here right now. He's doing
He
his mod
is.
father thing. He's doing a
He's
good job.
wonderful. Well,
Oh
it's
yeah,
nice. It's nice to know that you're loved and that you are missed. It is something that people notice that you are missed and appreciated.
yeah, I agree.
So, have you been mountain hiking, riding, bike riding anytime
You know what? This
lately?
week we've been rained out. Really, it's been too wet to really ride. I thought about doing it this morning, but you know what? I was really tired this morning, so I said I'm gonna take the day off today, and then I've got an anniversary with my wife this weekend. So
Good.
yeah,
How many?
so
How long?
that'll be fun. We usually get out for a hike in the forest or something, go out to dinner, and just kind of keep it simple. But yeah, we might,
That's
if it's not
nice.
raining tomorrow, we might get out in the forest and go for a hike. But yeah, I haven't been bike riding. Last Saturday, I went bike riding with my son for his 13th birthday, and yeah, that was a strenuous ride. We did a really hard one, and it was pretty humid and pretty hot. So
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
I mean, I haven't seen, I wanted to ask you too, and while we have all of our friends in here from out in your general direction and mine, all these storms that came through Kentucky and
yeah,
various places, I wanted to check on my YouTuber friends, but I haven't heard from anyone. And I'm assuming that the ones that I know anyway are okay. Have you heard of anyone of our friends in our community that had any trouble?
I haven't yet. No, not yet. And I've been thinking about them, and I need to be praying for them. But
Yeah.
yeah, I haven't heard yet. So I'm hoping to hear if people are okay. But yeah, I saw those floodwaters. I saw pictures of that, and that looked it was pretty devastating storm that came through.
Yeah, it's very sad. They lost several lives.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
okay, well, I'll give somebody else a chance. I just want to show you my mushrooms in the spaghetti sauce being used and
I
the
love it.
the pickles that were going on. It's all new and I'm loving it. And Worth and I, my husband's name is Worth. He and I are both in the kitchen together doing it as a team and it makes it go so much better.
That's great.
And
Yeah,
until he
that's
starts
really good.
saying, yeah, did you do so and so? Or what do you think about such and such? And I'm going, okay, thank you for your help. It's over now.
Yep, I can understand that. That's for sure.
Oh, he just left home. Okay, you guys take care
All
and I'll
right,
be in the chat.
all right, Ann. Thanks for coming up. God bless you.
Thank you. Bless you too, honey.
All right, bye bye. All right. Well, that was Ann Dale. So glad that she came up, and those mushrooms in the sauce were pretty fun to see that she's doing it. She's doing that homestead thing, growing her own food. Um, like is our plan to grow as much of our food as we possibly can. And if you missed our live stream yesterday, I'm not going to do it right now, but we had two different ages of quail that I was showing because we're trying to incubate quail kind of nonstop or as nonstop as possible. We'll hatch out, I don't know what you call them, a clutch of eggs, and then we'll do another batch. And the first batch we had 11, I think. Might be wrong. 11, and then had 8 on this last one, and hopefully this next one will have closer to 20. But we'll see. But that's one of the things we're doing to raise some of our own food, as well as our garden, of course. But yeah, I put the StreamYard link up there if anybody else would like to come up. Let's see, what else do I have to talk about that I didn't talk about yesterday? I talked about our new chicken tractor I'm building. But thanks, Jesse. I see you're putting up a link to our live stream from yesterday. But yeah, there you can see what a difference there is in quail that are a few days old and quail that are a week older. But yeah, the new chicken tractor. So the old one, it had, I wanted to make it 30 square feet. So I thought about it, and our yard is on a hillside. And so the way that I make flat pieces of land on our property with a hillside is to terrace it off. And the easiest way to terrace it off, I've found, is to cut and fill. I guess you have to do that to flatten anything out, but to do it kind of with the slope. So skinnier, more narrow strips along the slope. Kind of terrace like they do rice paddies in the steep part of Asia. So, hey, thanks, Shane. I appreciate that. That's right. Teamwork. And got a good teammate and her husband there helping her out. And I love seeing those pictures of his fish, and I would love to see any pictures of his hunts and stuff like that. And because that's great. I love showing them to my boys. They're into all that too. Our garden. That's a good question, Gwen. Our garden is. I thought it was 32 by 16. I thought I made it exactly the divisible by 8, so I could put in like wood or I was thinking we'd build like some sort of greenhouse inside of it or whatever. But I think it's bigger than that. I think it's actually close to 40 by 20. But anyway, yeah, something like that. It's bigger than 20 by 10, and it's bigger than 30 by 15 for sure. So something around there, between 30 and 40 feet and 10 and 20 feet, something like that. So we terraced that off, and so we cut into the slope. And if you look at it where our berry plants are, we got blackberries and raspberries planted on our eastern side, which is the uphill side. And so when we dug into the eastern side, we took that dirt and put it on the western side to build that up and make it level. But and we made it shortwise into the hill, if that makes sense. We made it longwise with the hill, so it kind of followed the contour a little bit more. But Danielle and I have been talking, and if we were to do it over again and we were to make a garden bed on a slope, we would make it longer and skinnier, probably. So probably 10 feet wide by 50 feet long, for instance, instead of 30 by 15. Gives us, yeah, anyway. So the chicken tractor, I realized that it'd be a lot easier to have it short going up and down the hill and long going with the hill. So I made it 3 foot wide by 10 feet long. And it worked really well. And I tried to minimize the wood so it'd be lighter weight. And anyway, my first time building a chicken tractor, I kind of came up with my own plans and designs and everything. But good, Ann. Yeah, I love to see his fishing game that he comes home with. Gwen says hers is more like 30 by 40-ish. Curious about yours. It's hard to tell. Yeah, I know it is hard to tell, especially when everything's growing in it. Chicken tractor. Yeah. Welcome in, Jen. And welcome to you, Devin. Thanks for coming in here. And type AZ, everybody. Everyone type AZ. I think it times out, so if too many people type it, it will stop using the command, I think. But there, I typed AZ, and see, that's what you get. So I'll share out your channel link. so we can all connect to one another. So there you go. Jen's typing it in. Yeah, the chicken tractor is on its last leg right now. It is not doing so great. So I am in the process of redesigning one, and man, I messed up. I'm just gonna straight up admit it. I cut a piece of hardware cloth too short for it. It was the right length, but it was too short by about an inch. And I was trying to figure out how am I going to attach this thing. So I was trying to do wire through, like sew it or wrap it with wire to the wood frame. Horrible idea. It kind of works, but not like I want. So hardware cloth isn't cheap either. That was a 4-foot wide roll of hardware cloth, and a 2-foot wide roll of hardware cloth that's 10 feet long costs $20. Is that right? I think that's right. Anyway, I wasted some money and some hardware cloth. Hopefully I can reuse it for something, but it's kind of frustrating. Yeah, we got Bearded Eagle in the house. Hey, Bearded, welcome in. Yeah, be careful. If you're anything like me, Jen, or your husband Steve is anything like me, measure like 10 times before you cut that hardware cloth. For some reason, I was thinking I didn't want it too long, but I needed it longer. And I'm obviously still kicking myself for it, but yeah, that was yesterday. And yesterday is behind me now. So we're rebuilding the chicken tractor because, and here's a word to the wise. So I love being frugal and thrifty and finding free stuff. I pick up pallets when I don't even need them, and I know I'll use them in the future. And sure enough, we are using pallet wood to build this next chicken tractor. But I'm not gonna do what I did before. At least I hope not. I kind of did it yesterday, trying that piece of hardware cloth that wasn't the right size. But here's the point: don't base what you're building at your homestead off of materials you have on hand. You can use some of them, but don't base it off of that. Base it off of what you really would use. So, for instance, I'm building a chicken tractor now, and instead of saying, "Oh, I have a 2-foot piece of wood, and I've got an 8-foot piece of wood, and I've got a 3-foot piece of wood," I'm going to connect them all together and make something out of it. No, just go and buy the right length piece of wood or find one somehow. But wood is not cheap. Hardware cloth is not cheap. It all costs money. But in the long run, you're not going to have to repair it as much. You're not going to have to spend your time on it. And you're not going to have to rebuild it like I am now. Probably you're not going to have to rebuild it, at least not so soon. Because what ended up happening is that we had all these joints everywhere. I overlapped pieces and I put connectors and stuff and I had a 3-foot by 10-foot chicken tractor. And to make those 10-foot boards, I made them out of pallet wood. I connected 2 5-foot pieces together. And those 5-foot pieces are really stout and they've lasted, but the joint in between is the weak point. And it always flexed and it broke. And I can't even tell you how many pieces of little blocks of wood that I've put to span that joint there where those 2 5-foot pieces came together. And I had braces that went up and down, up to the top and down to the other side and all that. And I had a piece of wire across the bottom, or I do now, to kind of hold it in together because it wants to just kind of bow out because that's the weak point. So anyway, now we're building a more kind of standard structure. It's not 3 by 10. But I'm still working on it, and I'll let you guys know once we are sure that it's worth passing on to someone else to use for design. It's oh, nice, Shannon. Yeah, those plastic pallets are real valuable. They're not wood, obviously, but they're really great for yeah, putting raised gardens on, and compost bins. They're really good for compost bins because they won't degrade like wood will when they have wet stuff sitting on them. So those are good. I couldn't warn you in time, Jen. I'm sorry. Yeah. So your husband frowns on. Yeah. Well, Danielle frowns on me bringing home more pallets when I haven't used the ones I have. Yeah, I've used ours for a lot of things too. Those and Danielle's real thankful that I've made the pallets into the compost bins that we have, because those have really been a great return on the investment. Just investment in time and the fasteners that we've used. All the wood was free, and they have. They're one of the reasons that our garden is doing as well as it is. To be honest, having a good and they're just a couple bays of compost, but having a good place to compost is super valuable. It's one of the most valuable things that you can have is a good place to compost and to flip your compost pile. So we've got two bins, one that we build, and then we flip it into the other one. And then what we'll usually do is fill, and then we'll pull that one out that needs to be flipped. And we'll take the old one, we'll flip it back into the one that was first in. Usually by then it's pretty well composted. And usually we can just stack it off to the side and wait to use that compost. Raised pallet beds. All right. See, all my people are in here. Back porch railings out of pallets. Man, y'all are awesome. Love it. I love it. Yeah. I should share the way that I pull pallets apart because there's a variety of ways that you can do it. And I did some research on YouTube about how to pull pallets apart, and there are some amazing things people have done with them. There's some beautiful tables, all kinds of stuff people have created with it. Check your local cabinet framing companies. I have 3 cabinet shops that get scrap wood for speaker boxes. Nice. I haven't thought about that, chicken pot pie. That'd be good. I believe it's Jeffrey, right? I'll call you chicken pot pie, but I think it's Jeffrey. Unless you want to be called Jeffrey, then I can call you that. Yeah, they could dry and crack. That's true. Dude, Jesse. I built a pallet out of pallet wood once. I love it. Now we saw some Fabrication Place have all these pallets out front. I don't know. Maybe they're fabricated something out of pallets. I found 10-foot by 3.5-foot pallets made out of pure 2x4 and got 3. Oh man. Did they want you to take them, Bearded Eagle, or did you just see them out there and took them? I went in this one time. I think I stole some pallets accidentally. There was a list on Craigslist, a listing, and they said free pallets. You know, I checked Craigslist, the free section in Craigslist, and every so often they'll put, you know, they got a stack of pallets and they need them gone, and it's usually businesses like Chicken Pot Pie was talking about, but they put the location, and it was even an address, I believe, but it didn't say what the name of the place was or whatever, and they said free pallets. Bring your own vehicle. Feel free to take as many as you want. Just don't make a mess, and you haul them. You load them. You haul them. And I said, okay, that's fine. And it was right down the street. So I went there, and it was real early in the morning, like 7 a.m. or something. And and I'm saying, well, there's no pallets out front here. They got a big yard, and it's all fenced off. And it was like an air conditioner supply place or a plumbing supply place or something like that. And I go, well, it must be. I saw some other people drive into the back. And I thought, well, their pallets must be behind the fence. So I went back there, and there's tons of pallets, and some of them were ripped apart, and some of them weren't. And I thought, okay, somebody else has made a mess here. I'm gonna be kind and just look through all these pallets. So I was there for probably half an hour, 45 minutes, just rummaging through all these pallets all by myself, just a pair of gloves on, just moving pallets everywhere. And I put them all in. I got some really good ones, like Bearded Eagle's talking about, and they weren't 2x4s, but they're pretty good ones. And in fact, those are what we made our compost bins out of. And then I left, and I looked at the listing again, and the address was somewhere else. It was totally somewhere else. So I don't know if they put in the wrong address at first or what happened, but ever since then, I went by again to just look, because I didn't think anything about it. I just drove right in and started grabbing pallets and leaving. And I looked before, and the sign said like employees only back behind this fence and all this other stuff. And they had cameras and all kinds of stuff. And like I said, I was there for 45 minutes. Nobody said anything. So anyway, I may have stolen some pallets at one time. I didn't. Jed, we're the same. I think we're a long lost brother and sister. We're somehow related. You stole pallets accidentally too? At the recycle center, they pointed to a pile you could take from. Next time I went, they pointed at a pile. It was clear that I had taken the nice ones. That might have happened to me too. I don't know. Anyway. Oh no. I accidentally stole some metal plant stands from my neighbor one time. They were out by the road beside her trash can. I overheard our next door neighbor talking about someone stole them. Oh man. Oh, Nightbot doesn't like you posting links, I guess, Gwen. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, they loaded them in your truck here. All right. Well, that has to be legit. That's great. Oh man, I got some good laughs there. Thanks, Gwen and Jen. Stupid Nightbot thinks you're posting a link. I'm sorry, Gwen. It's hard to get good help these days. There's our Facebook. I think it's supposed to post our Instagram up too. I don't know. I just changed that one, so I'll have to see if that one is gonna work correctly. It's my typo periods between words. Oh yeah. Well, maybe Nightbot will actually catch those trolls that come through and try to share nasty links with people. I need to find some metal racks. Oh man. Yeah, metal racks are worth a lot of money. We bought one from Costco. They had a good deal on those NSF, National Science Foundation. I don't know. Anyway, they're really good racks. Bomber Steve. We have a video on our Swings Creek Farm channel on the pallet tool. Allows you to pull apart pallets really easily. I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that big pry bar. I don't know if I saw it on your channel or someone else's. But yeah. And by the way, congrats on Sweeney's Creek getting over 1,000. I looked back on my community tab, and I shared it out when you guys were at 975, and I knew you were close. So anyway, that was months ago. So sorry for not giving you congratulations sooner. But you tell him, Bearded Eagle. Nightbot, I'll sick Bearded Eagle on you. You'll be carried away by the eagle. There you go. Yeah, see, that's funny because I just updated this, and it's not Highland Homesteading anymore. It's AZ Highland Homestead. So that link doesn't work. Yeah, I need more storage myself. It'd be nice for us to get another property with more space. Very stoked to get there and really appreciate the support. Yeah, absolutely, Steve. My pleasure. And definitely, you got help from other people besides me. But anyway, I've been on for an hour. It's time to go, folks. I got to get back to work. But I appreciate you all being on here so much. And Dale, a special appreciation. Thank you goes out to you. I know you said you'll be right back. Maybe you're not back yet, but I was just doing a pop-up real quick. I really realized how much I missed everybody. And I had my live stream yesterday morning and had a bunch of regulars, but I know there's a bunch of you that can't make it at that time in the morning. And so wanted to just pop up on Friday afternoon and see who could join us. But yeah, some really great people in here. I hope you were able to connect to some new channels. That's one of my big goals of being on here live, is to have that Nightbot command where you type AZ and your channel link pops up so other people can connect to you, and we can better connect the family. Yeah, have a great evening, everyone. Have a great weekend. God bless y'all and take care. Everybody else said it for me, but yeah, thanks everybody for being on here. Looks like Bearded Eagle just typed AZ on there. Anybody else want to type AZ for a minute? Go ahead. I'm going to put this on mute, stop the cam, put on some music. So just connect to one another for the next few minutes before I shut this thing down. Thanks for coming, everybody. God bless you. Bye for now.